Hi, it's Wednesday, 9/11, and my name is Jolie Gabrielle, and today is my third day of 30 days of consistency in making a video and sharing. And today I promised to do an identity detox. Why? Because I worked out, just from doing my own work and meditating that, thoughts, we already know this, become things, but when we are working with our spiritual energy and really being consistent, it is more than just willpower. It is more than just discipline. It really is at your core of who you are and your identity. I posted on my YouTube a gentleman by the name of Pete, I think it's Metlis or something like that, and his discovery around being consistent. And in digging deeper, he found that his identity and who he was and who he was being was at the core of being consistent and inconsistent. And I raised my hand to that because I feel the same way. Like, who are you? Jolie, what do you want? Like, you're playing around with this rote consistency. Like I said, Peter even wrote about how, the well-worn path, being a really good person, being righteous, ethical, moral, following the well-worn path to the best of your ability. I mean, we're all fallible. And then all of a sudden you hit a wall, not realizing that this really isn't the life I want to lead. I want to be in control of my time. I want to be in control of what my life looks like and how it's unfolding. But I also know that I have a responsibility to Mother Earth to align with my purpose and to give back. And so my long-term vision, which I don't know if it was absolutely clear or not in that very first video, but that's a part of how you get to where you want to go, is through the long-term vision that is attached to your identity. And so who I am, I wrote it down. Let's think about what identity is, because we really have to understand this in order to be able to meditate and creatively visualize something different. We believe there's breatharians, there's people who are vegetarians, Buddhist, all. At the end of the day, you need to be aware of who you are and how your body operates in order to affect change. And that needs to happen not only on a spiritual level, but on a physical level. So our identity is who or what a person is, or a close similarity or affinity to. So who are you, right? Okay, so in the body or the brain, because identity, I guess, UCLA Medical Center, neuroscientists all over the world have decided that it dwells in the brain, the prefrontal cortex, to be exact. Now, there's two parts of the prefrontal cortex. There is the prefrontal, what is it called? Dorsomedial prefrontal cortex. And then there's the ventral or something like that. So look it up, but you got two parts to this prefrontal cortex, and each one determine ego and emotions. So the dorsal part is what distinguishes the self from others. And then there's the ventral part, which is the emotional processing. So in the prefrontal cortex area, we're going to work and creatively visualize through this meditation of working with that part of the brain and really removing and resolving some negative thoughts and putting in some good stuff, as well as we always want to work with that reptilian brain and the center of the head, and really moving out some of that animalistic, primal lack and limitation energy that sits in the limbic system, because it's all about survival and ego. And so we'll work with that as well. But back to my long-term vision, right? Because I always have to take notes about this. His name is Peter Meglis, and he can be found, his whole little story is PeterMeglis.com. See, he's a smart person, as he's already branded and .com'd his name. See, that's what I'm talking about, like moving into a place where you're working for and branding and using all your great ideas on behalf of an institution that is paying you peanuts. When you can focus, or we can focus, I can focus and concentrate on building my own brand and giving back in a way that, garners return. And that's kind of what this is all about. So my long-term goal and vision is to take more responsibility for the wellness that I create in my life, so that I can help others create that for themselves. So really, I'm bringing people out of darkness and moving them into the light. Meaning, if you want to look at it specifically, I want to transform people out of very heavy, dark emotions, giving them a skill set on how to do that in real time so they can bring in more of the light or the positive energy, the potentiality, and the things that help them move closer to their goals and their highest self. So, and in that, underneath that, it's going to allow me to be able to take care of my family. And I want to be able to purchase and go anywhere I want without worrying about the price. So I'm creating a life for myself that gives me access, and not only that, freedom. So, and then I really want to be able to send my kids to university. Like if they decide they want to go over to Japan for 3 months and study the samurai, I got you. That's what I want to be able to do. And I also want to be able to travel the world and teach meditation to people everywhere I go and to get paid for it. So in that way, leading people into their light, their power, which then can lead us collectively into a place of unspeakable beauty where we're not seeing cars on fire in the center of the intersection and kids doing donuts, killing each other, right? And people blowing each other up. These are the things that our media has us focused on, which there's that, but there's also really good stuff in the world. So maybe if we pivoted and we looked at and got to the good stuff in ourselves, we could then focus on the good stuff in the world. Long-term vision. So all of that is involved. Of course, I need to kind of dredge it down into a mission statement, but I have like 15 of those. So at this point, my mission statement is to be consistent in a lasting way that allows me to build a legacy and also to help people move from darkness into light. Okay? All right. So another thing we want to know is what is the requirements of the person, right? That this person that wants to do all those things, which is leave a legacy and help people move from darkness into light by giving them a skill set in real time to help them deal with their strong emotions, right? So that means that I leave my comfort zone on a regular basis. Now, what does that look like? Yesterday, I posted a short which showed my workout in the gym. I was really disappointed with that video. I didn't like it and I want to snatch it down, like right now. I don't post videos of me being in the gym or me and my food because I personally don't like those videos. If you are a baker or a chef and or just a really good cook in your kitchen, I love to see you go from A to Z. But if you are out at the Four Seasons and you want to display your plate for me, I'm not interested. I don't like those types of things. But I took a picture of my food. I'm not posting that, but I took a video of my workout. I look like trash to me. But on the flip side of that, that is that negative self-talk and the reason why I need to sit online and make a video about consistency in order to pull my bootstraps up, you know, and to lead my life where I want to go. So with that being said, I did it and I posted it. And although I don't like it, I did not rip it down because that is completely out of my comfort zone. But I have been on this journey for 3 years, and this is an area where I have been very consistent. And in that consistency, I have seen gains. Now, it's taking me a while because I suffer from inflammation. I have back problems, my knees, a whole host of lower chakra, root chakra issues because I'm inconsistent. So it's made itself manifest physically. Therefore, my workouts don't look the way that I would love them to look. You know, like I'm just really this person who can move like a bandit, right? That's not the case, but I still go to the gym. So let's move on. And I also benefit by focusing on my strengths, right? My strengths are, one of them is meditation, and another one is that I get up and I go to the gym. I also need to create a formula or skill set that can be taught to others. And I want to have 100% freedom over my time. That's very important for me. So what type of person achieves these requirements, right? And I had to think about that. And this is still a work in process. We're going to get to the meditation in a minute, but this is part of my process of what I need to be meditating about and creatively visualizing so that I can create that in my life. That's how it works. So the person is one who believes that the world is mostly good and extravagantly abundant, right? And what I mean by extravagant is if I ask, or if I even went outside to count the leaves on the tree, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I don't know if I'd be able to count the grains of sand in the ocean, the blades of grass in the park. That's extravagant abundance. And although we've been taught to live in a lack and limitation mindset, Mother Earth, she don't live like that. So it's time we really connect with that energy. Also, a person is someone who's consistent and resilient. So you see yourself working out in a very ugly manner and you go back the next day and the next day and you keep doing it till you get better. Someone who loves to create and work for the service of mankind. So that's really key for me. You know, a lot of what I do is intangible. It's not tangible. So there's a lot of guilt and shame around charging for it. I give a lot of what I do for free because people think you're a con man. I have no desire to con anyone into anything. All I know is I was sick. I was creating disease and illness in my body. I was a liar. I was lacking in integrity. I couldn't hold on to relationships. Something needed to change. And it wasn't me following the well-worn path. I had to really jump up out of that. And so someone who loves to create and work for mankind, I'm the first man that I need to be working for, right? So let's just be real. Someone who has an audience and can reach a lot of people. So that just takes consistency and persistence. And someone who shares valuable knowledge and helps teach things to other people. And what that comes down to is I'm a healer, I'm a seer. I'm able to pick up on people's energies, see pictures, patterns, and programs within them, and affect change in their life by calling in angels, masters, and guides to do so. Mostly, I believe in one God and one light and spirit, and that's what I call in. But there are also tools and other things that you can bring in to help heal. I'm also a maverick and a forward thinker. I'm a person that can identify the next steps for someone. I need to start doing it more for myself. I can kind of see how it's going to unfold. And maybe people go, that's an educated guess, but I'm not guessing anything. I'm calling in energy from spirit. And I'm using the tools that I've learned because I'm highly educated in this way to seek out and see these things. So I can kind of tell what is coming or what the next thing will be. I'm pretty good at that. So it says, I pave the way for others to own their power and see how we collectively lead humanity to unspeakable beauty. And then also a maverick and a forward thinker would be me bravely opening myself up as a channel of light and speaking messages from the spirit and always being open to new ideas. So as a healer and seer, I would identify a problem and then I work on a spiritual level to solve it. And then I implement the necessary action. So this is starting with me first. And another thing that I am or do is I manifest through creatively visualizing. So as I creatively visualize for myself, and I teach others how to creatively visualize for themselves, we collectively raise this vibration and really step into our power. And then the last thing, well, let me read to you what I wrote for I manifest through creative visualization, because that was really spitballing there. I achieve my goals, financial, by consistently seeing myself in that place and in celebration. So really feeling those vibrations is what get you there. All the greats, Jose Silva, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, they always tell you, sit in the energy that you want to be. Sit there in that energy of love, of that energy of abundance, of luxury. Throughout your day, see yourself there and really feel that. And that's a body thing. So get out of the mind and get into the body is something. And when I say that like I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. So just know if I'm pointing one finger out, what is there, 3 or 4 pointing back at me? So we're all in this together. I'm in this with you. And then the last thing that I put down of my long-term vision or what is required is I celebrate the miracles and create them in my life and the lives of others. So what does that mean? That means love comes forth from me. in every situation. And sometimes love manifests itself as a roaring lion. But we want that to be few and far between. And, you know, I'm a real valuable example moving in this way as I become consistent. I really want to be a valuable example of wellness as well as luxury, right? Because I love all things beautiful. So let's get into the meditation now. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's part of my long-term vision. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale. One more time. I hope you're sitting someplace comfortable with back support, as we don't want to be trying to get comfortable as we are concentrating on creatively visualizing our highest good. We want to put our feet flat on the floor. For those of you laying down, please keep your feet flat for the beginning part of the meditation. Put your hands face up on your thighs. Close your eyes and begin to breathe with the rhythm of your body. Connect with your chest, or bring your awareness there. Take a minute and feel what's going on in the heart. And command that your heart rate or your heartbeat sync up with your breath. And now, from the center of our chest, we're going to command that all the cells in our body, our blood cells, our atoms, neurons, whatever, turn heart-shaped. And so that there is a loving vibration running all throughout our body. So as you breathe with the rhythm of your body, and you visualize your blood cells turning heart-shaped and pumping out all those beautiful loving vibrations throughout your body, because this is the formula of healing. Love, self-love, unconditional love is the only thing that has the power to transform negative energy into positive energy, or disease and illness into wellness. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and bring your awareness to between your sit bones. Create, visualize, and imagine a grounding cord of a natural earth element, be it fire, water, a tree trunk, a tunnel of earth, a beam of light, a rope, whatever resonates with you that comes from Mother Earth. Generate your grounding cord 6 inches in diameter and of that natural fiber. Mine, I love to use, especially being consistent, a tunnel of fire. We need to move. We need to take action. And really, fire will burn something up under your bottom and get you moving. So a grounding cord that is 6 inches in diameter and a tunnel of fire all the way down, that can turn into a beautiful red quartz crystal. And as this fire transforms into something magnetic and ambitious, it roots itself into Mother Earth. And then we command for golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles. We call them in to blanket the inside and the outside of the grounding cord, cleaning this off. And then we bring our awareness back to our chest, our heart. And we pull our aura in to be 1.5 feet around us. We command our personal space to be a perfect circle around us, 1.5 feet in diameter. We call our higher self back above us, that highest part of us that is connected to the divine, at a comfortable distance above our crown. And we snap in our astral body into our physical body, feet and feet, knees and knees, hips and hips, shoulders and shoulders, hands and hands, elbow and elbow, head and head, fitting inside us like a hand fits inside of a glove. Our astral body is that part of us that leaves when we go to sleep at night, and it travels out into the ether, into the world, wherever it needs to go to gather information to help us get our lives in order. Snap that puppy in and say, hey, I absorb all of this information. And allow for that beautiful, loving blood to move that energy and that information into those cells, the positive information, and move the negative down the grounding cord as we open the bottoms of our feet like we would the lens of a camera, and the crown of our head as well, and our hands. So our feet, hands, and crown chakras, we open like the lens of a camera. And from our feet, we call in 15% earth energy to pool in the bottoms of our feet. And for those of you that are like, whoa, this is going too fast, trust me, your higher self is above you. Just relax and let the higher self listen to my words. As this essence of a color that resonates with you, for me it would be red, pooling in the bottoms of my feet, traveling up the side channels of our legs, as that golden, cosmic, divine life force energy cascades down from the heavens into our crown, saturating our cranium, correcting those neurons, those synapses that are firing to support us, cleaning out the center of our head, as that gold light then begins to focus itself down, lighting up each vertebra as it moves down our spine, past our chest, our sternum, our stomach, mixing in with the earth energy that is at our first chakra. And then it begins to fill us up, because we know that that earth energy is traveling up the side channels of our legs. So that 85% cosmic gold and that beautiful 15% earth energy starts to fill our bodies up like water fills up a cup, moving up, moving in our shins, spending sometimes in those joints in the knees, moving up to our thighs, up into our hips, and moving throughout our organs as it mixes in with that beautiful, loving, transmutative life force, our blood, our immunity, our T cells, all of this beautiful gold light mixing in with our own energy, filling up all our systems, bringing in wellness, health. As it moves up, our chest bifurcates, comes down into the hands, moves up into the cranium, and sprouts out of the side, filling up our aura layer. Hold this visualization, see it, as I gently remind you that you are breathing with the rhythm of your body. Your heartbeat is synced up with your breath. You are grounded and rooted into Mother Earth, with the grounding cord that is being cleaned off with these golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles. Your aura layer is 1.5 feet around you. Your higher self is above you. Your astral body is snapped in. As you move your awareness back into the center of your chest, and you allow for this essence of Mother Earth, 15%, and that 85% cosmic gold life force energy to fill up your body, bringing in wellness, moving out any disease and illness, as you visualize a golden sun above your higher self, filled with self-love. The Creator has placed it there for you. You can ask in a prayer, Creator, please place a golden sun filled with self-love and unconditional love above my head, above my higher self. And as we allow for that golden sun to move through the higher self, now we know that that gold light is cascading down through the sun, through the higher self, down into us. We move that sun as that beautiful gold light then begins to move it, integrate it down and into you as it moves throughout the brain, just completely melting and disintegrating those negative thoughts. As that essence moves down and mixes in with your energy, that blood cells and those T cells and those atoms that are heart-shaped, with that earth energy, and with that cosmic divine life force energy. As this beautiful self-love expands throughout your body and then begins to move down that grounding cord as those golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles begin to fall away into Mother Earth, bringing you, your grounding cord, into the present moment, which is the point of power. And now, as this energy pulsates and runs throughout your body, our bodies, sprouting out your feet, hands, and crown chakras, filling up your aura layer, I want you to bring your awareness into your prefrontal cortex. And let's work with our identity. So before that, say yes if you want this. We're going to do a positive teaching healing, negative teaching healing, trauma teaching healing, divine identity. The Creator's PUD, perspective, understanding, and definition of divine identity, our own personal, unique identity. Thank you, it is done, and so it is. And so now allow for that energy to come through, a divine identity, one that's underscored in self-love. So work out, what is this block, egocentric? As this gold light moves through the prefrontal cortex, the dorsal part, which is egocentric. What's going on here? Let's move out some narcissism. Let's look at the pattern of narcissism. So we want to go ahead and bring in positive teaching healing, negative teaching healing, trauma teaching healing. Moving in care and concern, divine care, divine concern for myself and others, and any trauma from experiences in this lifetime, past lifetime, parallel lives, where I'm narcissistic. My ego is driving the bus. And so positive teaching healing, negative teaching healing, trauma teaching healing, divine higher self, and the ego defaults to the messages from the higher self. So my ego, my dorsal prefrontal cortex area of my brain, I am bringing in gold light, new perspective, care and concern, divine, moving down the grounding cord, narcissism, turning all the narcissism within my body a bright purple color. Ooh, there's a lot of it. Flush golden sun above my head, and I bring that down, filling up all the spaces and the places where I got rid of that narcissistic, egocentric energy. Ego, your job is to protect me, as well as I'm giving you an assignment to get me some shreds. Let's do this. Be consistent around diet and exercise, what you're putting in your body. Be consistent around showing up for yourself and other people. Bring in that divine identity of self-love, so much so that I add value to the lives of other people, that I add value to this universe, to this earth plane and humanity in the highest and best way with grace and ease. Thank you, it is done, and so it is. So as I clean out these lower chakras, I bring in those golden rose-shaped scrubbing bubbles. I'm cleaning out 1, 2, and 3. I need to clean them all out, but right now we're really focusing there. And the golden sun above my head, I've already done the theta program, but I'm going to see this as this gold light is rushing down through the golden sun and through my higher self and into me, mixing with that earth energy. I'm going to fill up this golden sun with divine identity, divine positive identity, as I bring that down and I allow that to move throughout my body and into the aura layer. So the pattern and program I resolved and dissolved was narcissism, as well as a lack of care and concern. So what are the pictures in my aura layer attached to this? I'm gonna pop them out. I really don't care. Pop them out. Past lives, Pop them out in front of me, drain them, fill them with gold light. I'm going to store them in my memory bank so that I take the lesson and not the charge. Out here acting crazy, spiking cortisol levels, getting inflamed, removing and resolving all of that care and concern. Bring that down and in and let that move all throughout my body and my aura layer. Another thing, divine integrity. I'm going to put a golden sun above my head and fill that with divine integrity. Throughout this process in social media, the ego wants to lie. It wants to show the best. It wants to show the brightest. No, that's not how life works. Move out of the way. There may be people that are familiar with the struggle and want to move out of their comfort zone as well. Show them a better way. Add value. Bring in a golden sun filled with value. Golden sun above my head, divine value. And I bring that down and I allow for that to extend and expand in my brain and move throughout my body into my aura layer. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Allow, see this information, this energy process throughout the body, especially into the brain, moving out all the negative energy down the grounding cord and filling up with gold light. So the first thing you do is get your soul architecture in order, and then you begin to work with the physical body. So now we're going to move to the ventral part, which is the emotional processing of the prefrontal cortex of our identity. Let's connect with that part as this earth energy, this divine cosmic, integrates with our energy, moving out disease and illness and moving in wellness, health, healing. So now, it's emotional processing here. So what do we need? Divine feelings and emotions. We want to bring in that positive energy, divine consistency. So where in the body am I holding inconsistency? Again, we need to go through this exercise. Some inconsistency is like right in front of my nose. What is that? Just inconsistency. Why are you inconsistent right here? What is going on? Are you smelling something that's cooking? Like, what is the inconsistency with the smell? Is it that I need to smell things? Do I need to have a fragrance to get me moving? Smell something. What smells like luxury? Maybe. So I see inconsistency here. It's in the aura layer. So what's the pattern in the brain? Let's get to it. There are other people better than me. I'm not good enough. Who do I think I am? Why am I here? These are some of the questions that are coming in as I'm doing this work. These are negative thoughts and limiting beliefs. So we're just going to move those out and into the rows outside our aura layer. And whatever and whoever you are that's outside of me that's asking me these questions, it's none of your damn business. Get out of my head. Negative thoughts, get out of my head. I am a maverick and a forward thinker. I am a healer. I am a seer. I am a person who adds value to the lives of other people and myself. What does that feel like? That feels joyous. Who do I need to be? I need to be a person that stands up for myself and that's unafraid of confrontation. So I'm going to do a positive teaching healing, negative teaching healing, trauma teaching healing for divine confrontation. We put a golden sun above our head in divine positive confrontation. And we bring that down and we let that come into our system. You have to see it. See the golden sun come in and then break off into little cells, heart-shaped, that then integrate into your blood, into your system, into your body, mixes in with that earth energy, mixes in with that cosmic divine life force energy, moving throughout your body and into your aura layer. And so now this is the message that you're sending out to the universe. So, what are your affirmations? Mine are, for real, real, I am a healer, I am a seer. I am a maverick, I am a forward thinker. I am a person who creates miracles in my life and the lives of others. And I honor and celebrate those on a daily basis. And this is going to allow me to leave a legacy for my children and my family. And this legacy is going to be based on creating a skill set, teaching others how to move from darkness into light by moving out their negative, strong emotions in real time and replacing them with positive energy, clarity, and action in the highest and best way with grace and ease. So that's what I'm bringing in to remain consistent and to align with my long-term vision. So now I bring my awareness into my heart. And as I breathe with the rhythm of my body, because as I visualize myself in luxury and where I want to be and having clients and reaching a lot of people, my body may see that as being dangerous. It's something that's outside of my comfort zone. And when we breathe in a rapid manner, that's letting ourselves know it's unsafe for me to have that. So it's important that I breathe with the rhythm of my body, knowing that it is safe for me to do this, to be consistent, to have these things, to build these relationships as my grounding cord is filled with this energy, rooted and grounded into Mother Earth, 6 inches in diameter. My aura is 1.5 feet around me. My higher self is at a comfortable distance above my crown, and my astral body is snapped into my physical body. My grounding cord is clean, clear, filled with gold light. In the present moment, my chakras are clean as I'm running 15% earth energy pooling in my feet, traveling up the side channels of my legs as that 85% cosmic gold life force energy mixes in with the beautiful loving energy of my blood and my cells, bringing in all that information the astral body got for me, and processing all of the healing and the golden suns that are moving throughout my body as I detoxed this old identity of inconsistency, insecurity, lack of clarity, narcissism, lack of confrontation, lack of integrity, moving all of this out and down my grounding cord into Mother Earth as I fill up with divine care and concern, divine consistency, divine positive emotional behavior, and all of the other positive things that are going to allow me to leave a legacy and add value to not only my life, but the lives of other people. So now, going forward, I let go of the past by popping out all those pictures, draining them, filling with gold light, so I have that lesson and not the charge. And as I step into another energy, an energy of self-love, consistency, and resilience, which is going to lead me to a life of abundance. And I sit in this energy in a heart-centered space of gratitude, knowing that this has already happened for me. And I bring in one last golden sun as I do a positive teaching healing, negative teaching healing, trauma teaching healing, one of divine positive ambition, the burning desire to lead humanity into a place of unspeakable beauty so we can elevate this planet to one of joy and love in the highest and best way, to the best of our abilities and with grace and ease. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you feel all of this loving energy rolling and rocking throughout your body, cleaning, moving out any disease and illness down that grounding cord, put those golden suns above your head, or allow for that gold light to just beam on through. Reprogramming that subconscious, that primal limbic system. Just bring the gold light. Move out that reptilian energy of a lack, block to consistency, period. Just move it out and move in that golden sun that is limbic consistency in a positive way, defaulting to the messages from the higher self. This reptilian ego, you have a master, and that is the higher self. And your assignment is to eat healthy and to exercise, as well as be consistent every day, giving back and building abundance in the highest and best way with grace and ease. So bring in that gold light and drain that limbic system, that primal energy of its lack and limitation. See that goo just move out of the limbic system, down the grounding cord into Mother Earth. Fill up with gold light. Bring light into that primal part of us. Because I really believe this limbic system sometimes be really mucking up the stuff. It's the past, that reptilian, and what we believe reptilians to be. That reptilian energy eats flowers and does pirouettes and brings in gold light, as far as I'm concerned. And the joy of just being filled up with this energy of Mother Earth and this divine consistency, knowing that we have a new identity, one that moves out darkness and brings in light and adds value, creates miracles, and builds a life of luxury in the highest and best way with grace and ease. Take a deep breath in, exhale. Close your feet, your hands, and close your crown down to 20%. I like to keep it open so that light flows through. Your roses around your aura layer, protecting your energy. As you let that energy settle, and you see that gold light retract back to the heavens, and that earth energy go back down into Mother Earth, you stay grounded and rooted. You stay open to the messages from the higher self, and know that your energy is clean and clear and filled with gold light. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And this is how I am able to do some of the work that I do. Meditation is so important in that it allows you to work on a spiritual level, moving out disease and illness and moving in more of what you want. And it is a physical, although intangible, process and exercise that can really lead us to wellness. And building these building blocks is what helps us to manifest. If you like what you've seen, I hope you will comment, subscribe, and like. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me.